This video is designed to help you understand how to make your voice heard and vote at the 2023 National PTA Convention. Since this year's event is virtual, all convention voting will be done on a virtual ballot. National PTA conducts all its business at one time on a single virtual ballot. Only members of the voting body may vote on this ballot and have a say in decisions that affect National PTA's future. If you'd like to vote this year, please understand that National PTA bylaws define the voting body, as shown on this slide. While governance members compose a portion, state PTA delegates form the majority of the voting body. To be a state PTA delegate, you must first complete registration, including payment of all outstanding fees, by midnight Eastern on May 31, 2023, and then be selected by a state PTA as a delegate. State PTA rules apply to delegate selection, so contact your state PTA if you need more information. If you complete the registration process by the May 31st deadline, National PTA will email you on June 1st with additional important information, so watch for emails from credentials@pta.org. This is the business that will be decided on the 2023 virtual ballot. If you plan to vote, you are strongly encouraged to prepare now by visiting pta.org/elections. Voters will have many decisions before them, and the National PTA website has information designed to help you make informed decisions. This information is comprehensive and could take a while to review, so please do not wait until you have your ballot login link in hand to learn more. For easy voting in June, do your research early and learn how your vote could affect National PTA's future. Visit pta.org/elections now. National PTA votes based on the guidance provided by Robert's Rules and National PTA bylaws. This year, 3 types of votes will be used on the virtual ballot. You will have an opportunity to vote for up to 6 board members and 2 NLRC members. Board and NLRC members are elected by a plurality vote, so that means that the 6 candidates who receive the most votes for board and the 2 candidates who receive the most votes for NLRC will be elected. Officers are elected by majority, so a candidate must receive more than half the votes cast for the position to be elected. A majority could be difficult to achieve if more than 2 candidates run for a single office, like this year. So National PTA is prepared for up to 2 runoffs, as you will see on the next slide. The resolution motions are also decided by a majority vote, so each of these items must have more than half the votes cast be affirmative votes in order to pass. Finally, the proposed dues rate motion and the bylaws amendments must receive a 2/3 affirmative vote to pass. Here is the balloting timeline for 2023. The convention opens on June 15th, and all members of the voting body will be sent a personalized main ballot login starting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern that day. Voting on the main ballot will stay open for 24 hours and close at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on June 16th. No voting will occur over the Father's Day weekend or on Juneteenth, so if a runoff is required to complete an election, the first runoff will begin at noon Eastern on Tuesday, June 20th, with polls open for 24 hours. No candidates are dropped during this first runoff per Robert's Rules and National PTA election policy. If the election is still not complete when the first runoff balloting is done, at noon Eastern on June 21st, a second runoff will begin on June 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern, with the candidate with the least votes in runoff 1 dropped from the second runoff ballot. The second runoff will close at 2 p.m. Eastern on June 22nd. Results of the voting on bylaws, resolutions, the dues rate, and elections will all be announced at General Meeting 5 starting at 11 a.m. Eastern on June 24th. You may want to pause this video now and mark these dates on your calendar so you can be ready. Since PTA voters are scattered across many time zones during a virtual convention, please be sure to convert the times on the slide to your local time. As you can tell, it is imperative that you keep your eyes open so you don't miss out on your opportunity to vote on the main ballot or in potential runoffs. Be sure to register by midnight Eastern on May 31st and then check and read your emails often, starting on June 1st. And visit the convention business portion of the website before you receive your personalized ballot login. And be sure to adjust your personal email settings so you're able to receive communications and ballot login information. Whitelist the email addresses on this slide. Add them to your address book or your safe senders list. If you plan to vote, it is imperative that you're able to receive voting information and ballot logins, as you will see from the next slide. Please note that if you are part of the voting body, you will receive many communications from National PTA, in blue on this slide, and from the virtual ballot vendor, in red on this slide. The communications start on June 1st with an email from National PTA to anyone who completed the registration process by May 31st. The email will contain important information. The same group will receive a test email from the voting vendor on June 2nd, so it's very important to check your email and your spam folder. Then, on June 9th, National PTA will send final voting instructions and let you know if you were selected as a state PTA delegate. If you are a voter, you will receive your personalized ballot login from the voting vendor on June 15th, starting at 4:30 p.m. And National PTA will email you if runoffs are required on June 16th, and if so, again on June 21st. All information about runoffs and when voting is complete will be sent by National PTA via an email from credentials@pta.org. And the main ballot and runoff ballot logins will be sent by email from the voting vendor from noreply@directvote.net. That was a lot to remember, so here it is in a nutshell. First, learn all you can now so you're comfortable and ready to vote when you receive your ballot login. Don't wait until you open the ballot. Do it now. Next, be sure to whitelist the important email addresses on this slide so you can stay informed and vote. Next, mark your calendar and be ready to read important email information and vote on the main ballot and, if necessary, on runoff balloting. And finally, join other PTA members on June 24th to learn the voting results. That's it. If you have questions about this presentation or about voting or virtual balloting, please contact credentials@pta.org. We're here for you. Thanks for watching this video.